The story begins with a girl named Mallory who is painting a picture. Mallory is pregnant and her baby is going to be born in just a few days. Just then, her sister Jessica comes and tells Mallory, "Did you see the news on TV? Some strange news is being shown on the news." When Mallory watches the news, she finds out that a strange disease has spread in Russia in which people lose control over their minds, and this disease forces the infected person to take their own life. The reporter says that so far, no one knows for sure whether this is a disease or some kind of virus. All they know is that, after suddenly seeing something, people lose control over themselves and brutally take their own lives. The news reports that this disease has spread to millions of people, and now it is spreading from Russia to other countries as well. But Mallory ignores the news and goes to the hospital with Jessica for her pregnancy checkup. There, the doctor gives her the good news that the baby is completely healthy and that she will soon become a mother. Mallory becomes happy after hearing this and starts returning home. But while leaving the hospital, Mallory notices a girl who is repeatedly smashing her head against the windshield of a car. Seeing this, Mallory gets frightened and quickly gets into the car with Jessica. Mallory tells Jessica, "Drive quickly. I think that dangerous virus from Russia has reached here too." Outside, people had already started panicking and people were killing themselves. Jessica quickly starts the car and speeds toward home, but the situation was getting worse. Many accidents start happening on the road. Seeing this, Mallory becomes extremely scared. And then, while driving, Jessica sees something that causes the color of her eyes to change. Now, Jessica loses control over herself, increases the speed of the car, and starts crashing into cars coming from the opposite direction. Mallory tries to stop her, but Jessica does not stop, as if someone has taken control of her mind. Then the car crashes into another vehicle. Luckily, both of them survive the accident and get out of the car. But before Mallory can understand anything, she sees her sister Jessica step in front of a truck and take her own life. Mallory becomes extremely terrified after witnessing Jessica's horrific death right in front of her eyes. But the situation is such that she does not even have time to go near her sister's dead body. She sees chaos everywhere, and Mallory also joins the crowd and starts running forward. But someone pushes her from behind, causing her to fall to the ground. Just then, a woman comes to help her. But before she can lift Mallory up, she also sees something in front of her and, just like Jessica, gets into a burning car and takes her own life. Meanwhile, a man named Tom arrives. He picks Mallory up and takes her inside a nearby house. There are already some people inside the house, and they are also extremely frightened after suddenly witnessing all of this. Everyone inside the house asks each other what is happening, but no one knows anything, so they turn on the TV. The news reports that there is something outside, and as soon as people see it, they go crazy and try to kill themselves. The reporter says that this virus has spread throughout the entire world. Therefore, anyone who has not been infected by this virus should keep all the windows and doors of their house closed and absolutely not make the mistake of going outside. These people quickly close all the windows in the house and also cover the window glass with paper so that the monster outside cannot see them inside. 3 days pass like this, but no one still understands what is happening. Everyone is sitting inside the house, worried. Then, someone knocks on the door from outside. A girl begs them while crying, asking them to please open the door. Tom goes to open the door for the girl, but Douglas tells him not to open it because he is afraid that the girl might be infected. However, Mallory points a gun at Douglas and tells Tom to open the door for the girl. Tom opens the door for her, and the girl comes inside. Her name is Olympia, and Olympia is also pregnant. When Olympia is asked how she managed to get there while wearing a blindfold over her eyes, Olympia explains that she had run out of food. That is why she kept knocking on the doors of different houses one by one until she reached this place. Hearing this, Douglas says that all of them are also suffering badly from hunger because they have been trapped inside this house for the past 7 days. So they start thinking about how they can get food from outside. There is a supermarket only a short distance from the house, but reaching it without seeing was going to be a huge challenge. Then the owner of the house says that there are CCTV cameras installed outside the house. If they can use the CCTV cameras to find the location of the monsters, they can hide from those monsters and reach the supermarket. The owner of the house says that he does not think a person can become infected by looking at the monster on a screen, but everyone else tells him not to do it. Then the owner of the house says that if they do not take this step, they will all die of hunger. Hearing this, the others also feel that he is right. They tie him to a chair with a rope so that even if he becomes infected, he cannot kill himself, because whoever sees the monster becomes determined determined to kill themselves. After that, the others leave him there and go into another room while this man starts looking at the screen. After some time, we see a gust of wind on the screen, and we see the expressions on his face changing. Soon, the color of his eyes changes. After a while, loud screams start coming from that room. Hearing this, the others also rush toward him. But before they can reach him, the owner of the house slams his head against the table and kills himself. Seeing all this, they become extremely frightened, and they understand one thing: whether you see this monster on a screen or directly with your own eyes, it will kill you. After that, they smash the monitor screen so that they do not accidentally see the monster. Another day passes like this, and now they are suffering terribly from hunger. So they make another plan to reach the supermarket. Tom says that they will use GPS and reach the market by car. After that, they cover the car windows with paint so that they cannot see the outside view, and no one outside can see them inside. Then, 5 people get into the car and head outside with the help of GPS. Slowly, they move forward using GPS without being able to see the road ahead. Here, we see that the entire city has become deserted. The streets are filled with dead bodies everywhere. After going some distance, the car starts vibrating violently. The car's sensors indicate that the monsters have surrounded the car from all sides, but Tom does not give up and continues driving. Somehow, they manage to reach the store. There, they put blindfolds over their eyes and get out of the car, then enter the store. Once inside, they first close the windows and doors, and then they remove the blindfolds from their eyes. The store is filled with food, drinks, and all kinds of necessary supplies. Seeing this, everyone becomes very happy, and each person gathers as much food and supplies as possible. Here we see Mallory and Tom talking to each other. Tom is a good person, and Tom had also saved Mallory's life. From their conversation, we learn that they have started to like each other. After that, the two of them also start looking for things they need. Mallory finds 3 birds inside a cage, and she takes them with her. Just then, someone knocks on the store door, but these people are too scared to open the door for the man. Then the man starts crying and begging them, asking them to please open the door. Now these people also feel sorry for the man, but they are also afraid that he might be infected. So they get ready near the door before opening it, so that if they have even the slightest suspicion that the man is infected, they can kill him. As soon as they open the door for him, the man forcibly tries to get inside and says, "These monsters are very beautiful. You all should see them." Hearing this, they realize that the man is also infected. Now they have no way to get the man out. So Charlie pushes the man outside forcefully to save everyone else and goes outside with him. Outside, the man brutally beats Charlie, and Charlie sacrifices his life to save his companions. Here, Mallory notices that when the monsters are nearby, the birds start making noise, and now these birds will become a great source of help for them. After that, the remaining 4 people return with the supplies, and they are all deeply saddened by Charlie's death. Now it becomes night, and we see everyone going into their respective rooms. Then suddenly, someone knocks on the door from outside. Olympia finds out that there is someone outside the door, so without thinking twice, she brings the man inside the house. But then Mallory sees him and threatens to shoot him with a gun. The rest of the people in the house also come out of their rooms. And after seeing an unknown man, they become frightened and start yelling at Olympia, asking why she brought this man inside. Olympia says, "I have already been outside alone. I know how difficult it is to survive outside alone. That is why I felt sorry for this man and brought him inside." Here, the man, whose name is Gary, tells them, "Please don't throw me out of the house." He says that some psycho people had entered his house. They forcibly opened his friend's eyes and made them see that devil. As soon as his friends saw it, they all committed suicide. But somehow, Gary managed to escape and reach this place. Here, we find out that whoever sees that devil, the devil shows that person something that scares them extremely badly. In other words, this devil shows that person the greatest pain or loss of their life. This pain is so deep that the person cannot bear it, and suddenly, after falling into extreme depression, that person kills themselves. Gary tells them some more things. He says that those psycho people were not wearing blindfolds over their eyes. Instead, they were happy while looking at that devil. After hearing Gary's words, we find out that the devil cannot kill a person who is already extremely unhappy in their life, because they are already broken from the inside. That is why the devil's trick does not have much effect on a person who is already living their life in depression. Instead, the devil turns that person into its slave, so that, while remaining in human form, These people can hunt other humans. Now, whether Gary is also a puppet of that devil or just an ordinary human like them, we will find out later. Here, everyone allows Gary to stay in the house, but Douglas does not trust Gary at all and angrily threatens him with a gun, telling him to leave the house. But just then, Charla comes from behind and hits Douglas on the head with something, knocking him unconscious. Then everyone locks Douglas inside another room, and Gary thanks everyone. After that, the next day, suddenly both Mallory and Olympia go into labor at the same time. Tom and Charla help them and take both of them to an upstairs room, but Gary stays downstairs, and his behavior also starts becoming somewhat strange. He takes out a large number of pictures of the devil and places them on the table. Looking at his eyes, we realize that Gary is also under the control of the devil. Meanwhile, Mallory and Olympia give birth to their babies. Olympia has a daughter and Mallory has a son. But the birds locked inside the cage downstairs start making noise. Gary gets irritated by this, picks up the cage, and locks it inside the refrigerator. Then he removes the papers covering the windows. Seeing Gary's actions, Douglas realizes that Gary is also one of the devil's puppets. These people do not die after seeing the devil. Instead, they kill other people at the devil's command. Douglas screams, "I told you to throw this guy out of the house." Hearing Douglas's voice, Tom comes downstairs, but then Gary comes from behind and strikes Tom on the head, knocking him unconscious. After that, Gary moves toward Douglas to get rid of him as well. But just then, he hears the sounds of children, so he leaves Douglas and goes upstairs to Olympia and Mallory's room. There, he removes all the papers covering the windows, and as soon as Olympia looks outside, she comes under the control of the devil. Now Mallory understands that Olympia is going to kill herself somehow, so she takes Olympia's daughter away from her, and then Olympia jumps out of the window and kills herself. After that, Gary grabs Charla and forcibly opens her eyes. She also becomes infected and kills herself. Now Gary moves toward Mallory. But Mallory has hidden herself and both children under a blanket. That is why she is still safe for now. But Gary starts trying to provoke her by taking away the blanket and encouraging her to look outside. But just then, Douglas arrives with a gun and, with his eyes closed, tries to shoot Gary. But Gary knows that Douglas cannot see, so he takes advantage of the opportunity, runs toward Douglas, and throws him from the upper floor down to the ground floor. Gary kills Douglas with scissors, saying, "You will not be able to see the beauty of that devil." Meanwhile, Tom regains consciousness and somehow picks up a shotgun, shoots Gary, and kills him. After that, Tom goes upstairs and calms Mallory and the children. Now only Tom, Mallory, and the two children are left alive. After this, the scene changes to 5 years later. Mallory and Tom are now in a relationship, and the children have also grown up, but the danger has still not passed. People who are still under the control of the devil are roaming outside, and they capture and kill normal humans. These people have been quietly living their lives like this for the past 5 years. Mallory has taught the children all the ways to survive in this difficult situation. By now, you must also know that the boy is Mallory's own son, but the girl is not Mallory's daughter. Instead, she is Olympia's daughter, whom Olympia handed over to Mallory before she died. One day, a voice comes through the radio. A man named Rick says that the place where they are is completely safe. There is a colony there. This colony has food, drinks, and all the necessary facilities. The man says that if they want to come there, they should follow the flow of the river. When the river's current becomes the strongest, they will find their colony nearby in the middle of the forest. There are many birds there, and they can find them by following the sound of the birds. And yes, it will take them 2 days to reach the place by following the flow of the river. Tom trusts the man and wants to go there, but Mallory refuses to go there. She says that it could also be possible that the man is infected and wants to get them out of here so he can kill them. At night, Tom explains to Mallory that if they want to stay alive, they have to go there. How long can they continue living a blind life like this? The next day, when they go outside to collect supplies, some psycho people arrive to attack them. Tom tells Mallory and the children that this is the time to leave. He says, "I will keep those people distracted by talking to them. You secretly leave from the back route and go from the river to the place mentioned on the radio." But Mallory does not want to leave Tom alone like this. Then Tom says that in order to survive, one of them has to sacrifice their life. After this, Tom sends Mallory and the children out through the back route and himself comes in front of those psycho people, wearing a blindfold and carrying a shotgun. They tell Tom to remove the blindfold, but Tom tries to keep them distracted by talking to them so that Mallory can escape from there with the children. But just then, they see Mallory leaving. Now, before they can go after Mallory to catch her, Tom fires his gun and kills 2 of them. During this, he is also wounded, and now it is becoming difficult for him to finish off the remaining people without seeing. So he removes the blindfold from his eyes and kills 2 more people who are there. Now only 1 psycho person is left. And when Tom goes to kill the last remaining psycho person, the devil also arrives there, and the devil starts taking control of Tom. But before he becomes completely controlled, Tom kills the last remaining man as well, and then uses the same gun to kill himself. Meanwhile, Mallory understands from the sound of the gunshot that Tom is now dead. She cries heavily because Tom was her only support during this difficult time. After that, she turns to the radio. She starts preparing to go to the location mentioned on the radio. She explains to the children that this journey will be very difficult, but we have to go there in order to stay alive. And listen to one thing carefully, no matter what happens. Neither of you should ever remove the blindfold from your eyes. Otherwise, both of you will be killed. After this, Mallory puts blindfolds over her own eyes and the children's eyes and heads toward the river. Using a rope for support, she reaches the river, where they get into a boat and start moving forward with the flow of the river. Mallory also takes the birds that are locked inside the cage with her. After traveling for a few hours, Mallory contacts the people living in the colony through the radio, the place where she is going. But then the birds inside the cage start making noise, and at the same time, a terrifying voice starts repeatedly calling Mallory. But she ignores everything and continues moving forward. After going only a short distance, the voice starts getting closer to her. Now we see a man coming very close to Mallory and telling her to remove the blindfold from her eyes. He tells her that she is safe here and that he also has food, but Mallory hides the children under a blanket and starts shooting in all directions with a gun. The man understands that Mallory will not remove the blindfold from her eyes. So he comes near the boat and attacks Mallory, trying to forcibly remove the blindfold from her eyes. And just like Gary, this man also tells Mallory that she should remove the blindfold from her eyes and look at that devil. He says that it is extremely beautiful, but Mallory attacks him with a weapon to protect herself, kills him, and escapes from there. As Mallory and the children continue their journey like this, 24 hours have already passed, and they become extremely tired. Then suddenly, the boat crashes into a truck, causing her son and the food supplies to fall into the water. Mallory manages to save her son from drowning in the water, but all the food and drinks they had with them are swept away by the river. Seeing this, Mallory becomes extremely worried, because if they do not find food and water, they will die of hunger. So Mallory brings the boat to the riverbank to search for food and tells the children that no matter what happens, both of them must stay on the boat and must not remove the blindfolds from their eyes at all. After this, she ties a rope to the boat and, while searching for food and drinks, reaches a house in the middle of the forest. There, she actually finds some food and drinks. But when she is about to return with the supplies, the devils start following her and begin calling Mallory using human voices. Mallory runs away from there quickly while firing bullets. Hearing the sound of the gunshots, Olympia's daughter ties herself to the rope, gets off the boat, and while trying to find Mallory, walks straight toward the devil. But just then, Mallory pulls her back and angrily scolds her, saying, "I told you not to get off the boat." After that, all 3 of them continue their journey again. Now Mallory and the children have been traveling continuously for 42 hours. Mallory explains to the children that a slope is about to come in the river, which will make the water flow extremely fast, so she tells them to hold on to the boat tightly. After going a short distance farther, the flow of the river starts becoming very fast. They hold on to the boat tightly, but this route was extremely dangerous. Then, suddenly, their boat overturns, and all 3 of them fall into the water. All 3 continue to be carried away by the water. Mallory manages to grab her son in the water, but Olympia's daughter reaches the ground and starts calling out to Mallory. Hearing the girl's voice, Mallory also finds her. In this way, they had crossed the most difficult part of their journey, and now their destination was quite close. They move forward through the forest, and then they also hear the sound of birds, just as they had been told on the radio. They follow the sound of the birds and continue moving in the same direction, but then the devil also arrives there and starts following them. The devil tries to manipulate them into removing the blindfolds from their eyes, but Mallory tells the children not to pay attention to the voice and to keep moving forward. While moving forward, Mallory suddenly falls into a pit and becomes unconscious. The children also become worried and wonder where Mallory has gone. They start searching for Mallory here and there. Taking advantage of the situation, the devil uses Mallory's voice and tells the children to remove their blindfolds. The innocent children mistake the devil for Mallory and start removing the blindfolds from their eyes. But at exactly the right moment, Mallory regains consciousness and loudly screams at the children to stop removing their blindfolds. Following their voices, she reaches the children. After that, Mallory takes them and starts running while following the sound of the birds, because, in the meantime, the devil is right behind them and is trying every possible way to stop them from entering the colony. But these people ignore the devil and finally reach the place. Mallory quickly begs the people to open the door. They bring them inside, and first, they check their eyes to confirm whether they are infected or not. When they find out that all three of them are not infected, they bring the three of them inside the colony. Mallory removes her blindfold and sees that this is a school for the blind, where most people cannot see, and therefore, the devil cannot harm them. Here, Mallory meets a man named Rick. He is actually the same man who gave Mallory and Tom the location of this place through the radio. Many birds are also kept here so that they can receive a warning whenever there is danger. Mallory also releases the birds from their cage, and with this, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video.